Welcome back, Cabot High fans. I'm Tristan Bates, and as you can see, we're live here at War Memorial Stadium as your Cabot Panthers take on the Catholic Rockets. Now let's take a look at the Panther form.
Sorry about the technical difficulties here to start off the stream. Tonight, your Cabot Panthers will take on the Catholic Rockets here in War Memorial Stadium. I'm joined with my broadcast partner, Evan Tonneson. And Evan, what's something that the Cabot Panthers need to do here tonight to win this ball game in War Memorial Stadium?
Last year I was actually calling the game, and Catholic seemed to find open pass right over the middle every time and just dropped it in, and that's really how they moved the ball, and they did it effectively. So to win this game, we got to stop that pass.
Tonight's ball game, the Catholic Rockets do come into this game 2-2. Their last game was last week against Fayetteville High, which was a loss for the Rockets. Last week, your Cabot Panthers faced the Benton Panthers in Panther Stadium, which came out of a win for the Cabot Panthers, as it was a very air raid type game, and Tyler G really lit up the field, going it back and forth with Benton's offense. We're just getting ready for kickoff here. And Evan, are you excited for tonight's contest?
Who isn't? You get to play in a stadium this big in high school, and not many people get to do that. So I think, along with us and the fans and the players, everybody's excited.
Well, as you were saying, a stadium like this, you have to wonder if there's a couple of D1 scouts here in attendance tonight. 6:39 until kickoff here in War Memorial Stadium. Last week, the Benton Panthers drove down the field with a big interception by Jaden Riles Jr., defensive back, really sealed the game for the Cabot Panthers. Team captains are just doing the coin toss here. Cabot's undefeated. Have one of the best records of all the teams that they're playing this season. Is it very possible that we finish the season undefeated when we are undefeated when we face Bryan in North Little Rock?
I think it is. We're a different team now. It's all the mindset that you have. If you go in the game scared, you're going to play scared. If you go in knowing you're the best and thinking you're the best, you're going to play like the best.
I can't argue with that. That is very true. All about that mindset coming to the game with. And what a beautiful stadium this is, Evan. This is my first time being here in War Memorial. And I'm just excited to see what this Panther offense and defense will do, and I'm just captivated by it all. And all of this beautiful, wonderful stadium here in Little Rock, Arkansas. The weather, it's a nice, clear night out tonight.
No rain on the forecast.
85 degrees. The humidity's at 50%. Humidity won't play an effect, as last year it was a rainstorm in Cabot.
Torrential downpour.
That's true. Catholic Rockets are just breaking out of the field here. The Catholic fans are excited to see their team. And here comes your Cabot Panthers charting on the field in the white, Catholics in the purple. Both bands are playing their best to show excitement for tonight's ball game. Just waiting now to see who will get the ball first.
As we all know, our Cabot Panther football players are ready to play.
Led by Coach Reed. Coach Reed really been implementing a lot of passes this season, showing off the arm strength of junior quarterback Tyler G. to getting to some star receivers like Jake Mowdy, like Kyle Rudolph, like Brandon J. Just really excited to see how this game gets underway and who takes momentum early, because it could win or lose the ball game early. You know, you don't want to see it early, ball game in early for if you're a fan of either team. But momentum really could play a key factor. Doesn't matter where you're playing. You could be playing at your stadium, your opponent's stadium. It just doesn't matter. If you come in and do your job and get that momentum on your side, then it's just that team's ball game from there, unless the other team can make something happen. As the Cabot Panthers will receive the ball, so at halftime the Catholic Rockets will get the ball back, as this is the opening kickoff of tonight's game. Cabot receiving the ball. Oh, what a break to the outside, to the 50, 45,
Braden
40,
J.
35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Panthers. What a return kickoff for the Panthers.
How is that for the first play of the game?
That was a great first play of the game.
Cabot fans, students, sideline going crazy, as that is returned by sophomore Braden J. As Rhett Thurman will attempt the PAT.
What a great return that was.
As the PAT is up and no good.
What a opening run that was for the Panthers.
To start the game off 6-0. If you get the ball first, knowing you're not going to get the ball after halftime, why not start it off with a touchdown?
That is true, and what momentum, like we were talking about in pregame, to get the momentum on your side when you're the away team.
Let's see what they can do now.
Cabot will kick the ball off back to the Catholic Rockets. Score is 6-0 with 11:48 left in the first quarter of play. I really didn't see that coming from the return team, but I'm happy to see it to get the momentum back on our side early. Kick from Rhett Thurman is just a short kick, and Rhett Thurman's hurt.
Down.
Rhett's hurt. He's grabbing at his leg. Rhett Thurman is down.
This is not something we want to see, as he has been struggling with an injury.
He's in pain. I can't tell if it's a groin injury or a leg injury. He went for the kickoff, and I guess his leg gave out on him, or he pulled something. Because that's not a normal Rhett Thurman kickoff. Normally he's getting the ball in the end zone and getting a touchback.
That's something we do not want to see.
No, we do not. Senior kicker Rhett Thurman. He looks like he's up and putting pressure, walking off the field. We hope to see him back in the game. He's a key piece of the Cabot Panther team. Comes to field goals, point afters, kickoffs. You really rely on senior Rhett Thurman. But what a great season he's had so far, with a bunch of touchbacks, a bunch of PATs, a bunch of field goals. I just really hate to see that just early on in the game.
I believe he won one of the Army Players of the Week.
He did week 1 from the Pine Bluff game. The Catholic Rockets will take over on offense now. Single back, snaps the ball, hands the ball off right up the middle. Catholic runs. That looks to be number 29, Brian Alsbrook.
A gain of around 2, as our Panthers did a good job stopping them. Only allowing 2 yards last year. It was about an average of 5.
11:20 left in the first quarter of play. 2nd and 8 on the 37. Drops back looking for the pass. He throws it over the middle, and it's caught by number 2 on the 50. At the 45, drop down at about the 40. That is caught by number 2, Robert Bavin. He's a senior receiver. With 11:11 left in the first quarter of play. 6-0 still your score. 1st and 10 for the Catholic Rockets. And that's what you were talking about in pregame, those passes over the middles. Passes over the middles can lead to big-time plays. Snaps back looking for another pass. He throws it to the outside of just a little screen. That is dropped. So now it will be a 2nd and 10 for the Catholic Rockets.
As our Panthers need to come up with a stop here so we can get back on offense and see what we're going to bring again. We didn't even get a chance on offense. We just returned it the first time. Why run offense when you can return it?
You don't need an offensive historical kickoff. That's a high snap. Quarterback will just keep it for himself, and he just runs, and he's wrapped up by a sea of white jerseys. That is number 6, Jordan Eddington, the quarterback. He's a senior as well. 3rd and 10 on the 40. 10:38 left in the first quarter of play. We could see the Catholic Rockets go 3 and out here. And that would just be a encroachment call, neutral zone infraction on the Cabot Panther defense. Be on number 59 for the Cabot Panther defense. That is senior Hayden Matthews. He is a defensive tackle. So instead of 3rd and 10, it will now be 3rd and 2. With 10:22 and counting left here in the first quarter of play. 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback. He hands it off, almost fumbles the ball, and he's just wrapped up once again by the Cabot Panther defensive line, and that looks to be short of the first down, so it will be 4th down for the Catholic Rockets with just a little over 10 minutes left here in the first quarter of play. Looks like they're going to go for it here.
Looks like he's short about 1.5 yards.
Is this a smart call to go for early on in the game?
It's early on, and I would go for it. It's early on. Test the Cabot's defense and see what your offense is going to do.
It's 4 for 1 now. Quarterback calls for the ball. No, he will keep it himself, and that will be, he looks to be 1st down after the push. What do they call it after the stop of forward progress? No, they will not. So it will be a 1st and 10 for the Catholic Rockets. Catholic Rockets with the ball, driving down in Cabot territory. What a drive this has been. This has been one of Cabot's weak points this season is the run game. Last week you saw a bunch of big-time runs. Quarterbacks have run big on this defense, and we stop it early, then it shouldn't be a problem. But here we are in our own territory here. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. Sends a man in motion, snaps the ball, drops back, looking for the pass. He throws it. That'll be caught, and he's just dropped down at about the 25-yard line.
Brought down by Tyler Parks with the help of senior Justin Underwood.
That'll be caught by Brooks O'Shea. He's a junior receiver. Like you said, brought down by junior corner Tyler Parks. He also had a great game last week as him and Jaden Riles won Defensive Player of the Game co-defensive players of the game. They shared it, talking to some of the players before the game. Really excited to get in the stadium. Really show some opportunity for the players for both teams. As Catholic drops back, look for the pass. He throws it deep to the end zone.
And it is almost caught
That
just through the hands of Robert Bavon.
Just a little overthrow there for Catholic. Be 3rd and 7, ball on the 25. We saw this the previous set of downs. They had the 3rd down, and they could possibly get these 7 yards and get the first. Man, these Friday night lights are always a joy to call, especially when you're in War Memorial Stadium. As Catholic getting ready to snap the ball, they snap it, almost fumbles the snap. He'll just step up the pocket. He's running. What a run by the quarterback as he's lifted up and dropped down. And the Catholic thinks they had the first down.
That's what we saw at Pine Bluff and against El Dorado. We just let the quarterback slip through the holes that we have. They just always seem to find our weak spot and attack it.
So that will be a first down for the Catholic Rockets with 8 minutes left in the first quarter of play. And as you were saying, quarterback running the ball. Same thing we saw week 1 and week 2, like you were saying. Some in week 3.
Catholic had to watch film.
It's very well shown off here. It's the runner reverse. No, he will keep it himself, and that's just a wide open catch, and he will be out at about the 1.5-inch yard line. Jordan Eddington with the pass there. Caught by number 9, Nathan Johnson. 1st and goal for the Catholic Rockets. Ball on the 1-yard line. There's that short pass that you were talking about, Evan, in pregame. Got to stop them early.
Stop them early. It doesn't give them time to think about what moves they're going to make on you.
Looks like Catholic's is getting most of the momentum back, and he is in for the touchdown. So it would now be 6-6, be tied. Just little run up the gut there for Catholic.
See if Catholic can convert for the extra point.
Looks like it was Matthew Polk, number 22. Looking for the PAT here. The kick is up and is good. So the Catholic Rockets will be on top, 7-6 with 7 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first quarter play as Catholic gets ready to kick the ball off back to this Panther return team.
Tristan, do you think that they will give us another chance to return it?
I was just about to ask you the same question. You stole the words right out of my mouth. I'm confident that they will try to get a touchback. However, it may not be long enough for the touchback. So we may have a chance to return another one here. And what a sight it will be if we can return it for another touchdown. Offense hasn't seen the field yet. Catholic scoring off a kickoff return to start the game if you're just joining us here in War Memorial Stadium. Catholic's getting ready to kick it. They kick it short.
Kick it right to the man who returned it last time.
He has it at about the 5-yard line. He breaks to the outside. Oh, he almost broke free to open grass. So he looks to be down at about the 29-yard line. 1st and 10 for your Panthers. And here comes star players Tyler G., Kyle Rudolph, Graham Turner on the field for the first time here tonight. You think we're going to see some of that G. Rudolph connection early?
G is always looking for Cairo. Number 1 wide receiver.
No doubt about that. Single back formation for the Panthers. G snaps it, looks, and there it goes to the Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph has a block on the outside. He's down at about the 39-yard line. Looks to be 2nd and about 1 for the Cabot Panthers, and our suspicion was right. He went to the Cairo early, his number 1 target. And if you're a Catholic defense and you was watching film, you got to know Rudolph is G's man. That's who he's going to go to at about 85% of the time.
As the players say, they say when you're down on the field and Cairo is running a route, you can tell he gives 110% every time.
That's what you want in receivers. G fakes the reverse. He steps up the pocket. He throws it deep, and that's just overthrown. Looks like it was intended for number 4, Jake Mowdy, the senior receiver. And Jake Mowdy, second in the commands to Kyle Rudolph. He's had a wonderful season as well.
As it looked like Cairo got tripped up on that play. Do you think they'll run it or try to get a pass?
Well, it's 3rd and 2. I think they're going to hand it off as they do. And Graham Turner looks like he may have the first down. Graham Turner with the run. And it'll be a Cabot Panther first down here. So 1st and 10 for your Panthers, behind by 1 with 6:27 left here in the first quarter of play. G looking at his quarterback wristband, looking to see what he's going to run. Calls for the snap. He steps back in the pocket, looks. He throws it deep for the Cairo, and that is
intercepted.
Intercepted at the 20. And Catholic is going berserk here. That's great defense by Catholic. There's nothing you can say about that. It was just great man-on-man coverage for the Catholic defense. This ball was a little too short of the receiver from G, as that was picked off by number 3, Grant Smithson.
As we hope to see our Panther defense to get a stop as they wrap up number 6, Jordan Eddington.
Little tussle between Tyler Parks and the Catholic receiver at the end of the play there. Shows some of the physical aspects of this Panther defense. So it'll be 2nd and 9 here, 5 minutes, 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Catholic still in the lead by 1, 7-6. Both teams still have all 3 of the timeouts, and the ball is on the 21-yard line of the Catholic Rockets. Catholic back out with the two men in the backfield along with the quarterback. Calls for snap. He fakes the handoff. He drops back and just throws it in the flats. He'll be caught in open field, 25-30, 35, and he'll be brought down at about the 39-yard line.
Caught by number 1, junior Jason Smith.
That's just a pass to the flats that you got to recognize as a defensive back. Got to get back to prevent open yard gains as Catholic steps back looking for the pass. He throws it deep. That would be almost caught by number 2, Robert Bavin.
As I recall, he missed one in the touchdown earlier.
Robert Bavin has had a couple key plays early on in this game, but the quarterback just quite couldn't get the ball there, as you was talking about in the end zone earlier. And just right there. So now it will be 2nd and 10 on the 39 of the Catholic Rockets with 5:13 left. They'll just hand the ball off to number 1, Jason Stith.
As there is a flag on the play.
The referees looks to be waving it off maybe.
Looks like it will be a hold.
So the penalty will be on the Rockets for holding. So now it is 2nd and 20 on the 31-yard line of the Rockets. 5 minutes left in the first quarter of play. Catholic looking for snap the ball here. He snaps it, drops back in the back, looks, and that is caught with just a little comeback route. Be caught by number 88 of the Catholic Rockets.
Brought down by number 22, Houston Wiley.
That was caught by number 88 senior Chance Williams. Just a simple comeback route can give you a great amount of yards if you break off from the defender. And as we saw there, simple comeback route and almost had a bigger gain for the Rockets early. This is 4:25 left in the first quarter, 3rd and 4 on the Catholic 35-yard line.
As it was a big gain for them because it was 2nd and 15, and now it is 3rd and 4.
Jordan Eddington has the ball. He steps in the pocket. And that will be almost intercepted as Robert Bavin was hit. His helmet came off, and looks like he's mouthing off to the number 2 Tyler Parks.
Ray Spinks. It got batted and tipped up high, and he was too busy trying to get to the quarterback. But I believe if he would have saw it, he would have had it.
Kyle Ridolph comes on the field now to receive this punt. 4th and 4 in the 35, 4:06 left in the first quarter. And that is just a high punt caught by Rudolph. And Cairo still on his feet. And he'll just be wrapped up by the feet at about the 28-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Panthers. First drive didn't really have too much success as Tyler G threw an interception on the 20-yard line when he's going deep for Kyle Rudolph. If you're Tyler G, do you still have that in your mind, or have you shaken that off by now? Just get your head back in the game to get the lead back to your Panther offense.
You got to clear mistakes out of your mind because one mistake leads to another and another and another. They just snowball.
Tyler G will hand it off here to Graham Turner. Graham Turner still on his feet. He is up and going. He'll be brought down at about the 40-yard line.
As it is a great run by Graham Turner.
Be a 1st down for the Cabot Panthers here.
I do believe that's only his 2nd run of the night, and both of them have gone for 1st downs.
Well, Graham Turner is an elite back for this Panther offense. Had a big game against El Dorado. As Tyler G looking for the snap here, calls for it, sets back in the pocket, looks. He throws it this little short route to number 81, and he fumbles it. Rockets will recover, but the catch was made by number 81, Gage Morrow, and it's fumbled by Gage Morrow.
And he is limping.
So the Catholic Rockets will take over here. Both knees were down at the time of the fumble. However, there's not necessarily a challenge rule in high school football, so that ball will go to the Catholic Rockets. 1st and 10 for the Rockets on their own 48-yard line. 3:22 left in the first quarter of play. Catholic still in the lead, 7-6. Jordan Eddington is back on the field for the Rockets offense. He snaps the ball, fakes the handoff, looks. He throws it deep. That will be almost caught. That time was targeted. Number 18, Brooks O'Shea.
He seems to be overthrowing almost every wide receiver except for the little short passes.
Well, in addition to that, that was great defense made by Jaden Rawls, junior defensive back. Just as I was saying in week 1 and 2, if you make this guy play quarterback, the Cabot Panther defense will step up. But the quarterback runs is what really harms this defense. As we saw in Pine Bluff, we saw in El Dorado, both mobile quarterbacks, we made their quarterbacks play quarterback, and we came up with some key interceptions, some key sacks, and some key stops on 3rd down. But for some reason, when it comes to the mobile game, we have trouble stopping it. So it'll be 3rd and 8 for this Rocket offense on the 46-yard line. Jordan Eddington changing the play, single back. Looks for the snap. He has it. Drops back in the pocket. He throws it over the middle. That is just way overthrown. Intended for number 9, Nathan Johnson. So it will now be 4th and 8.
As number 97, Jose Lopez, was rushing him.
is on that drive. I do not believe Jordan Edison completed a single pass on the drive. Just a quick 4 and out. So the punting unit will come back out for the Rockets, and the return team will come back out for the Panthers as Kyle Rudolph looks to receive the punt. That is a high punt, deep. And Kyle Rudolph can't necessarily field it, so that would be out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So your Cabot Panther offense will take over here, and they're deep in their own territory, backs against the wall. In the situation, do you run it to be safe, or do you throw the ball, get G to throw the ball more to Rudolph on short receiver screens and try to get out of this hole that we're in currently?
It's only the first quarter. Take a shot. You have a whole second quarter and second half to attack.
As the offense trots back out for the Cabot Panthers, 1st and 10 on the 8-yard line. G with an interception already. Gage Marlowe with a fumble. Single back. G snaps the ball, hands it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner finding a hole, and he is just tackled at about the 12-yard line. Graham Turner, that is his 3rd touch and his 1st touch of the game that it did not go for a first down. Let's talk about Graham Turner for a second. El Dorado, he had an amazing game. Pine Bluff, he had a great game. Last week, he had a good game. This week, do we see more of the same from Graham Turner?
Seems like a streak. Is he going to keep it alive?
I hope to see him do that thing. Tyler G sends a man of motion here. He will hand the ball off, and
Jake Mowdy
just breaks to the outside, down at about the 15-yard line. 3rd down for the Cabot Panthers. There's a minute 40 left on the first quarter on the game clock. Going back to that streak we were talking about by Graham Turner. That El Dorado game was something special for Graham Turner. He had a humongous amount of yards, 4 touchdowns on the night. Let's hope to see more of the same. The passing offense can't get on the roll early. We always have that lethal weapon of Graham Turner. So it'll be 3rd and 2 for your Cabot Panther offenses. A little over a minute left in the first quarter of play. And that looks to be a stop. By the Rockets defense. So it'll be 4th and 2 here. Evan, deep in your own territory, do you go for it, or do you just punt the ball away?
Punt the ball away. It's too risky to give up another touchdown.
That is what the Cabot Panthers will do, is they punt it. What a deep punt that was. The Rockets will have to call a fair catch. So with 23 seconds left in the first quarter of play, Cabot is behind by 1 point. The Rockets will take over, and they're in Cabot territory at about the 41-yard line based upon where the fair catch was made. Last drive, Jordan Eddington didn't seem to complete a pass. Is he going to do the same on this drive, or will he rely on his leg strength more?
Well, I don't know what he's going to do, but if I was him, I would use my legs more because that's what has been more effective.
See, we'll hand the ball off, and just a great tackle. That was ran by number 29, Brian Alsbrook. Looks to be brought down by number 9, Carson Attaway. As the first quarter will run out here. Catholic still on top, 7-6. Well, when the game continues, it'll be 2nd and 6 on the 36 for the Catholic Rockets. And what a first quarter that was for the Panthers. Started out of the game, returned to kickoff for a touchdown. We seem to be in offensive trouble early with interception, fumble, and a stop on 3rd down. Will we see this Cabot Panther offense shake off the cobwebs and get firing on all cylinders in the second quarter of play?
I think we will. At Pine Bluff, when they really turn their game on, was the second half. They went in trailing, I do believe.
That is true. They were trailing it. I do believe the score was 19-15.
Then they had, wasn't it 21 unanswered points? 21 unanswered points.
Well, this Cabot Panther offense sure is something special in the second half. Never know what you're going to get from this Cabot Panther offense, but for now, Catholic does have the ball, and Jordan Editing will keep it for himself, and that looks to be a gain of about 5 or 6 on the play. So it will be third down for the Rockets on the 33-yard line. Be 3rd and 1 for the Rockets.
As he used his legs, as he has been doing more efficiently.
As he would just run the quarterback keeper, looks to be to getting the first down, as referees will run over to spot the ball, and that will be a first down for the Catholic Rockets. What a quarterback keeper that was by the Catholic Rockets. 1st and 10 here with 10:58 left in the first half of play. Catholic on top 7-6. Ball on the 30. The Cabot 30, that is. Fakes the handoff, rolls, and that will be thrown, and that's just underthrown there. Looks to be intended for number 18, Brooks O'Shea. That is about his 7th target of the game.
As he's hit by number 33, Ray Spinks. We've been hearing that name a lot tonight.
We have. Every game there's new players, there's new names coming up big for the Panthers offense or defense. Week 1 was really a Kyle Rudolph game. Week 2 was a Grant Turner game. Week 3 was a Jake Mowdy, Tyler G game. And now looks as Catholic will just run the ball down at about the 21-yard line. That will be a first down for the Catholic Rockets, as there's 10:38 left in the first half of play.
As that was the same play they ran earlier. That was when I believe it was 2nd and 15, and they got 11-yard gain off of it.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's 3rd and 1 here. Ball on the 21-yard line for the Catholic Rockets. Looks to be in the I formation. Hands it off in the gut, and that will be no, he is short of the first down there. So it will be a 4th and about 3 for the Catholic Rockets. What a big-time stop by. Instead of it being 4th down, the referees are saying he did get the first down. So 10:22 left in the second half. 1st and 10, ball on the 20 for the Catholic Rockets. That last play, I really did believe that he did not get that first down. It'll be a timeout on the field. It will be charged to Catholic. And Evan, I want to go back to that 3rd down play. I formation, he hands it off to the running back. Looks like Cabot stops him at the line and drives him back. But the referees called him down at the line and gave him the first down. Is there something I missed on that play, or did it look like Cabot stopped him on 3rd down?
It was close, Tristan. But in high school, forward progress.
That is true. Forward progress is some deciding factors on calls like that.
And the refs may have saw something that we didn't.
Well, so with 10 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the first half of play, Catholic does have the ball. 1st and 10 on the 20. Cabot's 20. here in War Memorial, Little Rock, Arkansas. Night has fallen on tonight's game. The stadium is lit up with the lights. Bunch of people here tonight. What a game. And it's been an exciting game. Every game this season for the Panthers have been low-scoring affairs, except for last week. Last week was the one game out of the 3 that has not been low-scoring. And here we are tonight, a low-scoring affair pretty much going into halftime so far. Jordan Edison will throw it to the end zone, and that is not caught. Just overthrown once again.
Good defense by number 11, senior Kyle McIntyre.
That is a name that we will be saying a lot this season. A couple weeks ago, he had that tip interception because, remember, Carson Attaway was the one that tipped it. I do believe it was against El Dorado. It was one of the key stops that we have. However, a bunch of low-scoring affairs seems to be Cabot's forte. They keep the tempo slow, keep the grind work going, really grind out the gears. As that will be a fumble, and Cabot looks to have it.
Oh, that was just his helmet, Tristan. Helmet popped off. I thought it was a ball.
I did too. So instead of it being a fumble, it will be 2nd and 10 on the 26-yard line. And it's just a helmet coming off on the play. But back to what we were talking about, low-scoring affairs, tempo really grinding out for the Panthers. It's like how they like to keep it going. Got to think some play, some drive tonight, it has to be going faster as Jordan Edison will throw it over the middle, and that is incomplete after a big hit was made by number 9, Carson Attaway. What a hit that was.
There's an injured player, Nathan Johnson, as he plays wide receiver and quarterback.
What a hit that was by Carson Attaway. Fourth and 16 for the Rockets. 9:17 left in the first half of play.
But back to the tempo. I've been paying attention, and Coach Reed keeps it slow and steady the first half. Second half, he comes and pounds them. Because this
element of surprise is what it is. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but that's the element of surprise right there.
Rocking them to sleep.
Rocking them to sleep. Rocking them like a baby. I like that. They go slow to really wear out the offensive linemen, the defensive linemen, the backs, the hands team, just everybody on the opposing side. But once that half ends and the Panthers enter back on the field, a new life is taking form of the Panthers. And I talked to Coach Reed. He keeps his players in tip-top shape so he could do things like this. As Catholic will return to the field of play, snap is up, and he is caught, and that will just be thrown deep, and that will be intercept. No.
Just dropped.
So that will be 4th and 16 on the 26.
As Jaden Riles has good defense, and Catholic fans and players think that it was pass interference, but I just think it was good defense.
Regardless of if the Catholic fans do believe it was pass interference, or even if it was pass interference, that name, Jaden Riles, is a name that you should be hearing a lot, as he is a big-time defensive back. As Tyler G is back on the field here. It's his 1st and 10 for the Cabot Panthers, and he throws it deep.
Oh, just overthrows Kyler Carmack.
.905 left in the first half of play. 2nd and 10 on the 26. Evan, this game has really been defined by their overthrows of both quarterbacks. Last week it was a quarterback v. quarterback battle. This week it's who can throw the ball to the receivers the most. I mean, saw some short routes, saw some medium routes, and I think a long route to Kyle Rudolph is coming very soon. Tyler G will snap the ball, hand the ball off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner's up in the middle, and he has failed to be down, and he is just hit in the leg, and he will be flown down at about the 40-yard line, so that will be a Cabot Panther first down. 8:58 left in the first half of play on the 40-yard line.
As Graham Turner makes another run, and I do believe 3 for 3 on first downs.
Well, he did have a couple runs earlier where he was stopped short. And Graham Turner will have the ball again. Graham Turner failed to be brought down once again, and he is wrapped up. He is still going, and he will be brought down at about the 49-yard line. Will be second down for the Cabot Panther offense. Well, even if it is second down, it will be second and short as it is 2nd and 1.
Big gains by Graham Turner.
Big gains indeed. When the passing's not working, you can always rely on Graham Turner. When Graham Turner's not rushing to his full capability, you can always rely on Jake Mowdy, Kyler Carmack, and Kyle Rudolph. So in that I formation, they hand it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner up the gut. He is brought down at about midfield, so that will be a Cabot Panther.
3rd and inches. Third. And
It will be a Cabot Panther.
They'll just give it to him.
First down. What a rushing attack it has been from Graham Turner. Back in that I formation, very dangerous against Palm Bluff. Chief fakes it. He will throw it deep, and that is just overthrown once again. It will be 2nd and 10 on the 50-yard line. It's overthrown to Kyler Carmack that time.
Tristan, do you think we will see Kyler Carmack run any quarterback? Or maybe that play they ran against El Dorado where G
hands the ball off to Carmack. Carmack and just throws it to Cairo.
I do believe that one. Sweetest play of the week by Yarnells.
Well, that definitely was a sweet play when it happened. I'm thinking we may see it. G will hand the ball off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner has a little bit of open space. He's just right down back to the line of scrimmage, so that will be a gain of nothing. It'll be 3rd and 10. Be 3rd and 9 on the 49. 7:24 left in the first half of play.
As G drops back and is brought down. There is a flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play.
Holding. Offense.
Penalty will be declined. So it will be it'll be 4th down for the Cabot Panther offense with 7 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first half of play. Punting unit will come on for this Panther offense.
As Rhett Thurman has been working with our trainers, but is still not out there, as Jose Hernandez is going to punt this one away.
That's something that worries me as we approach closer and closer to the end of the first half. And that's just another big-time hit by the Cabot Panther return team, or the punting team.
As they thought they could pull a fast one on us and make us think they called a fair catch, but they did not.
Just a little trickery by a team that could put more points on the board going into the end of the first half. However, as I was saying, that Rhett Thurman injury at the start of the game really concerns me because he is a big-time kicker for us. and I hope he's doing very well. As that'll be a fake, and that'll be a play action. He just jumps it off in the flat to his tight end.
Brought down by Kyle McIntyre. Big hit.
This defense has some scary defenders on it. Kyler Carmack, Carson Attaway, Houston Wiley, Jaden Riles, Trey Spinks.
And it looks like number 9, Nathan Johnson for Catholic, is taking all their hits. You got a big hit by Carson Attaway. Knocked the breath out of him. And then you have this one by Kyle McIntyre. Slow to get up on.
He looks to be wearing out quick here as they have 2 backs in the backfield. High snap. He will head it off to number 1. Number 1 breaks free of the line, and he has a great gain, and he'll be brought down at around the 47-yard line. So that will be a first down for the Catholic Rockets.
6 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first half.
Score is still 7-6. Defense off to a slow first half here, as that will be a wide open throw caught by number 81 for the Catholic Rockets. That is Collins Olamini. Just a break in the defense of the Cabot defense, as Jordan Eddington found a man wide open and just hit him, and the receiver just fell down, risking no further injuries. He hands the ball off, and he will be break free of the line of scrimmage, and he will be brought down at about the 43-yard line. Be another 1st and 10 for the Catholic Rockets.
I believe Brian Alsbrook gave us some trouble last year.
Name sure does sound familiar. 5:34 left in the second half play. 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. Dole back in the backfield, fakes his handoff. He will throw it, and that is incomplete, but a late flag on the play. What a great defensive stop that was by Cabot. Most likely will be pass interference on the defense.
As Coach Reed is
furious. That's a good word to put it. Can't believe that. He cannot believe that was a pass interference, as it certainly did not look. So, after the play, pass interference on the defense. So now it will be a 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. 5:24 left in the first half of play. The man in motion here. He will fake the handoff, rolls, looks for the pass. That will be caught at the 15. He will be brought down, roll out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. And that is another flag on the play.
And it'll be a late hit by Carson Attaway. That's just, they're letting them get in their head. You know, they're talking trash and they want to handle it.
Certainly something you cannot do is let the opposing team get in your head. So that will be a 1st and 10 by the Catholic Rockets, for the Catholic Rockets, but I'm not worried. They score here. We still got 5:16 to put something together at the end of the first half.
But they do get the ball back after halftime.
Still early. I believe our defense can make a big-time stop if they do get a score here. The offense can get something going as fakes the handoff, and that will be a touchdown by Jordan Eddington.
As you're saying, he fumbled it.
No, Evan, they're saying he scored. Just a run up the gut. quarterback keeper. He was well down when he fumbled the ball. So it will be 13-6, 5:11 left in the first half of play. Awaiting the PAT. The point after is up and is good. Almost blocked by the Cabot defense by number 9, Carson Attaway. What a first half this has been for the Cabot Panthers. They scored literally the first opening play of the game off the kickoff, and not much since. Good defense, good offense. Just haven't been able to put points on the board. But we were talking earlier how this is a second half team. I do still believe that Cabot can come back, and I believe they will come back. This long kick that is returnable at the 10, 20, 25, 30. He's still on his feet. He is still on his feet. He breaks the outside. He will be down at about the 35-yard line with 5:03 left in the first half, as Tyler G and company will take the field here.
As some Cabot fans may be upset that Catholic scored, but I am not. If they would have wasted more time off the clock, that's more time that they took away from us, not allowing us to have a chance to score before they get the ball back.
Something Catholic did fail to do is wind clock off, the game clock. As G will snap the ball, drops back, looking for a pass. He throws it. That will be caught by Kyle Rudolph. And Kyle Rudolph spins 40, 45, 30, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Just
makes
high stepping in the end zone was Kyle Rudolph.
I think it was 3 or 4 men missing.
That's that big time play I was talking about earlier. That's why I was saying I'm not counting this team out yet. However, they do need to go for 2 here.
I guess we really didn't need 5 minutes after all.
We needed about a good 20 seconds. But remember, that's how it was in the Pine Bluff game. They left time on the clock. We threw it to the Cairo.
Flag on the play.
As I was saying, they left too much time on the clock, and Cairo got that ball, and he scored very quickly. So we wait the flag by the referee here.
Said it was false start on the offense.
So it will still be the PAT for the Panthers, but instead of just being a 5-yard field goal, it's now about a 10-yard field goal. Still makeable. Catholic still trying to throw him off. The kick is up and is good. 4:51 left in the first half of play. 14-13, Catholic Rockets.
As Jose Hernandez is filling in some of the
big cleats of Rhett Thurman.
That's right.
I tell you what, even when you put this Cabot Panther team against the wall early, they still find a way to come through and throw it right back in your face, so to speak, and to get back in the end zone. That was the first offensive end zone play that we got in the end zone tonight. And, of course, it was Tyler G to Kyle Rudolph. Still,
as we will see if the Panthers can get a stop and hopefully another touchdown or a field goal.
Still concerned about the health of Rhett Thurman. Kickoff is up and is returnable. He'll field it at about the 15-yard line. Oh, what a return. He has just found some open grid, and he's down at about the 40. So with 4:44 left in the first half of play, Catholic on top 14-13. They will take over on the 40, exactly on the 40-yard line. Well, Evan, what's going to happen on this play right here? Give me your prediction.
Keeper. He's going to keep it. Think he'll look for a pass. It's not going to be there, and he'll end up rushing it. As we have Houston Wiley and Tyler Parks.
Well, there's that quarterback keeper that you did predict.
It's caused by good defense from Tyler Parks and Houston Wiley.
Well, as I was saying earlier, you make Jordan Eddington play quarterback. He's not as effective as we saw a humongous amount of overthrows. That ball is handed off, and number 29 has open space. That is Brian Alsbrook once again on the run. 4:07 left in the first half of play. Catholic 14-13. 1st and 10 for the Rockets, as they are on the 44-yard line. Is he going to keep it again, Evan?
No, I didn't see him keeping it 2 plays in a row.
As that will be handed off to number 1, Jason Stith. Second and 8 for this Rockets offense. Big time amount of quarterback keepers. We've seen it all season. Quarterback keeper after quarterback keeper after quarterback keeper. As that will just be handed off, and the Cabot Panther defense will wrap him up in the backfield.
Loss of 2 on the play. Puts them at 3rd and 10.
3:07 and counting left in the first half of play. 3rd and 8 on the 45-yard line.
As we had a couple mistakes last defensive drive. Had a couple calls that were just mindful and let some things slip, but now we're playing great defense.
The man in motion here. Drops back, looks for the pass. He will throw it deep with this one. That is, once again, overthrown. If you make him play quarterback, he overthrows it. That was intended to number 2, Robert Bavin. With 2:33 left in the second quarter of play. Evan, I'm so sorry for interrupting you. What were you going to say?
I'm not sure, Tristan, but our defense has really turned it around after that last drive.
That punt is non-returnable. It'll be down at about the 8-yard line of the Cabot Panthers. So with 2:21, Tyler Jean Company will come back out on the field. Last drive, Catholic took possession, scored, gave us the ball back with about, 5 minutes left on the game clock. In a mere 20 seconds, G throws it to the Kyle Rudolph. It looks to be, and it was about an 80-yard touchdown pass. So once again, they're in the single back formation. G snaps the ball. We'll hand it off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner just wraps up by the defensive line. It'll be brought down at about the 10. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 2:10 left in the first half of play.
As there is a minute 55 left on the clock as it is running down.
Still in the single back formation. G will step back, looks to the throw, throws it to the outside. That is caught.
Gage Morrow, as he will run out bounds to stop the clock. Coach Reed is trying to get in as many plays as he can to put us in position to score. So we can go in with the momentum, what we were talking about earlier at halftime. It's key in this game.
Well, football is a team game, but it is also who has the most momentum. Because momentum it means everything pretty much in high school football almost. It'll be just handed off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner just wrapped up a short little pickup. Will be third and about 7, maybe 8 for this Panther offense. Back to what we were talking about, momentum. Momentum is that thing where you get a big stop, you get a big hit, you get a big tackle, you get a big catch or run, and that adrenaline starts pumping, your blood starts flowing. You just lock in, you get the tunnel vision, and you just do your job, you do it right, and sometimes, most times, big things happen. Prime example, this past drive for this Panther offense. We shut down the Catholic offense. Well, not necessarily shut them down because they scored, however, but we didn't allow any big plays. We made them earn it. What do? We turn around, say, hey, whatever you can do, we can do better. Scores one play, 20 seconds at about 80 yards. That's some Panther football right there at its finest.
Catholic had the momentum earlier. And
stole it from them.
Took it right back after we had the momentum at the start of the game, and they slowly stopped it. And then they picked it up when they went up. I believe it was a touchdown. And we answered right back, and we're trying to sway the momentum again. And once we score again this half,
the Panther fans will be going crazy. 59 seconds left in the first half. Second down and 10. Tyler G throws a little quick out to the Kyle Rudolph. The Kyle Rudolph at the 40. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. Jackson Daniel with just pushed the car out of bounds.
As it did stop the clock, only ran about 5 seconds off.
That's that 1 minute drill Coach Reed is running here. Normally you hear it be called the 2 minute drill. No, it's the 1 minute drill. So it'll just be a quick little handoff to Graham Turner. Graham Turner not finding anything. Flag will come out here. Looks to be on Cabot as the reaction of the Catholic Rockets. So we wait the signal. Call for the referee.
Well, I guess you got to be good at acting, too. They know they're getting in their heads, so might as well act a little bit to make it more dramatic.
Well, mind games is all I can say about that. But it will be, the flag was on Cabot because now it is a 1st and 25 on the Cabot 24 with 47 seconds left here in the first half play. G hands the ball off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner around the outside, and he has dropped down at about the 28-yard line. His time is still going off the clock. If you're Coach Reed, do you call a timeout and throw a deep ball here?
Looks like, they stopped the clock just for a second. But I would call a timeout to give one more play in, or two, since he has 2 timeouts left.
So it's 3rd and 22 for this Panther offense.
Is he just going to run the clock, let the clock run off, or no? It looks like they're going to try to run a play. About a 1 second differential.
3 seconds of counting. G snaps the ball. What a play. Graham Turner up the middle. Graham Turner spins, and he is just brought down at about the 40-yard line. That is the end of the first half. Your Cabot Panthers are behind the Catholic Rockets 14-13. What a first half that was for both teams. Just amazing defense and amazing offense. We're going to take a break with both teams. We will be right back at the start of the second half.
Rockets. Jose Lopez to kick for Cabot.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the second half.
It is around a 25-yard return.
Osbrook on the return. Justin Underwood on the stop. The kick was by Jose Hernandez.
Catholic will have the ball to start the second half in the lead 14-13. Thanks to handoff. It's quarterback keeper about the 40-yard line.
As Carson Adaway is getting back into it.
Carson Adaway had a bunch of big-time hits in the first half. Big-time plays for the Cabot Panther defense in the first half. We're just getting underway in the second half. 11:21 left in the third quarter. Hands the ball off, just a simple little handoff. And that will be a great stop by the Cabot Panther defense, as it will be another 3rd and 5 for the Catholic Rockets. And what's something from the first half you want to see this Panther team improve on and not allow that much in the second half?
Well, for me, it's the runs, allowing the quarterback and other players to break free.
See what's not the ball, looks for a short little pass at the 50. That is caught and broke a tackle. That is caught by number 9. That is Nathan Johnson on the catch. Be a first down for the Catholic Rockets.
First and 10 to the Cabot 42-yard line.
As it's a high snap.
That's one of the
he will just fall. Oh.
That is a mistake that Pine Bluff made as well, over snapping the ball. So a loss of a bunch of yards there by the Catholic Rockets' offense. $10 minutes left in the third quarter play. Catholic still on top by 1. It is second down for this Rockets offense on the 38-yard line. Snaps the ball, drops back, looks for the pass. He throws it. That is caught by number 9. Once again, he's out of bounds at around the 50.
Houston Lottie running out of bounds.
Caught by Nathan Johnson once again.
Be 3rd and 19 for the Rockets.
Be 3rd and 19 for the Rockets on their own 49-yard line. Snaps, looks for the pass, steps up in the pocket, throws it over the middle. That is caught by Nathan Johnson once again. Nathan Johnson has the ball, but is short of the first down marker, so that will bring the punting units back out for both teams.
Tyler Parks made the stop.
As hopefully Cabot can get a big return by Cairo Rudolph right here.
That's all you can hope for, is a big-time return. We had a big return to start the game. That's what put us on the board first. However, Catholic came back. Just a little first half recap. We scored first on the opening kickoff. Catholic came back. We scored with about 5 minutes left in the first half. And Catholic wasn't able to stop us. They thought they could stop us, but they gave us a little bit too much time, a little more time than we needed, as we only needed around 20 seconds to get the ball to Cairo Rudolph from Tyler G's pass to put us in the position we are. So now it is 14-13, 1st and 10 on the Cabot 5 for the Panthers. With 8:36 left in the third quarter play.
As you would expect a run, maybe to get them off the goal line. Then after that, a couple of good passes.
Tyler G will throw a little quick route to the Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph's at the 10, 15, and he's dropped down at about 17-yard line there.
John Henry Deuce on the spot for the Rocket.
That connection between Cairo and Tyler again.
First down, Cabot.
What a deadly connection that is. G having a little bit of struggles in the first half. He threw an interception early when he was looking for a deep ball to Rudolph, but that's not slowed him down since. G sends a man in motion, rolls out looking for the pass, finds no one. He has Graham Turner. Graham Turner at the 20, 25, 30, breaks to the outside, 35, 40, 45, 50 on his feet, and he will be brought down at about the 40.
Jake Mowdy. I remember when I called the game with you against El Dorado, he had a couple of big plays against Pine Bluff when we needed him. He had a couple plays against El Dorado when we needed him. And here he is again. When we need something to get going, he gets it going.
And as you were saying, that was Jake Mowdy. That was my fault. Excuse me on that one. 7:46 left in the third quarter. 14-13 still your score. Graham Turner has the ball, and he's just wrapped up in the backfield. The stadium has surely come alive from the first half from both teams, don't you think?
I really do think that, Tristan. I think both coaches went in the locker room saying Catholic's going to come out and play harder. Cabot's going to come out, and they're going to play harder. So you got to go out there and play as hard as you can for 2 quarters. And that's all I ask is 2 quarters.
Well, I'm pretty sure everybody watching the stream and every Panther fan here at War Memorial sure hopes the same. As G drops back, looks for a pass with great blocking for the offensive line. That is a deep ball. That is just overthrown once again. Another overthrown pass intended for Kyler Carmack. You know, that's been the story of tonight's ball game. Overthrown passes from G and Jordan Eddington. One deep ball was intercepted by Catholic. It's one of those things that if you're going to do, you got to make sure you have the accuracy. You got to make sure you have the pinpointed perspective of where you need the ball to go to get in your receiver's hands. It'll be 3rd and 14. G drops back, looks for the pass. He pumps fakes. No, he would just dump it off. That is caught by Graham Turner. Graham Turner has it, and that was just swallowed down, pulled down by the arm and the jersey. Almost looked to be a face mask. No flag on the play, however, because it was not. So it'll be a 4th and 14 on the 46-yard line. 6:32 left in the third quarter of play. What do you think of the first offensive drive for the Cabot Panthers in the second half of play?
There was a good play, and after that, we just couldn't get anything going.
Just a high punt. Catholic waves it off. So Catholic will take over in their own side of the field. Still leading is Catholic 14-13 with 6:16 left in the third quarter of play. They will be on their own 16. That last offensive drive by Cabot just wasn't consistent enough to get the ball in the end zone. It was always a good play, a bad play, good play, a bad play. And you need 3 good plays to get you a new set of downs, 3 more good plays to get you a new set of downs. And quite frankly, I'm not worried, because as you saw towards the end of the first half, we only needed 20 seconds. That is right, 20 seconds to get in the end zone. He hands the ball off here. Around the corner, quick little running back. That is number 29.
As there's a flag on the play.
Thrown in the backfield, so that will most likely be coming back for the Rockets, as it looks to be holding.
As you are right.
That's something that's always a gimme when you watch the game of football, you commentate the game of football. If the flag is thrown in the backfield after the players and the ball has left, it's either holding or roughing the passer. This place, it was a run play, so it's holding. And it could have been holding on the defense as well, but 9 times out of 10 it is holding on the offense. So It will be 1st and 18 on their own 7 for the Rockets. And flags have really been an issue as well. Not in the first quarter, but in the second quarter it really was, as he hands the ball off. And that will just be swallowed up. That is number 29, Brian Allsbrook once again. And like I was saying, the flags were really a key part of why Catholic got so many yards. Is there was a pass interference call, there was a just multiple calls, unsportsmanlike conduct call. Is Catholic in Cabot's head, Evan, or is Cabot in the spot where they are fine and they need to be?
Well, you saw earlier they came out first defensive play. Carson Adway's mouthing with one of their players, and I think they're still in their head a little bit.
Well, if they are, I don't think they are anymore. They were at the start of the game, but doesn't seem now as Catholics in their own territory, where had this been the first half, Catholic could have pretty good, might as well had Jordan Edison run out of the pocket, and that is just thrown to the flat, caught by number 9, and that is wrapped up. That will be a 4th down. Cabot will be getting the ball back. That is caught by Nathan Johnson once again. Nathan Johnson seems to be Jordan Eddington's prime target here tonight.
And once again, Carson Adway comes with the tackle. Yeah, I think he's scared of Carson after he's laid that big hit on him earlier.
Well, if I was in the purple and yellow and I was running towards number 9, I'd be too.
You think we might see a fake right here with only a yard to go?
Quite possibly could. However, I don't think they're aggressive enough to do that, as that's just a high punt to be down. Oh, what a bounce that was for the Catholic Rockets. However, as I was saying about Carson, he doesn't make the big-time interceptions. He doesn't get the big-time play. Well, he does get big-time plays, but he's not always the guy you expect to get interceptions. He's always the guy that either assists the defender in getting the interception, or he's laying a big-time hit to rowdy his team up, as we saw plenty of countless times tonight where he knocked the wind out of Catholic's receivers. He's knocked helmets off. He's even, a couple weeks ago, had that tip which led to a Kyle McIntyre interception. And Carson Adway is just really a great hitting defender, and he's played really well this season, as that will be handed off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner finds no hole as he's just back to the line of scrimmage here, so it will be 2nd down for the Cabot Panthers.
Bonet and Davis made the stop for the Rockets.
.336 left in the third quarter. 2nd 11 on the 33. Cabot still behind, just awaiting the Panther to be unleashed on this Rocket defense. G drops back, looks, goes into the Kyra Rudolph off the comeback route, and he's just wrapped up by number 24. That is John Henry Deuce. He's a junior.
But we do get forward progress off of that.
Well, as we were talking about in the first half, high school forward progress always comes in handy on plays like this. Catholic got that call in the first half, and now we get ours. Tyler G, single back, sends number 29. That is
Tanner Wilson.
Tanner Wilson in motion. G rolls out, looking, runs. Still, he throws it, and that is caught by DeKyle Rudolph. DeKyle Rudolph, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, and that will be touchdown Panthers.
What a great find by Tyler G. He finds Cairo, and they make something happen. They make something happen when we're struggling. Make something happen. Get the momentum going our way.
Well, you know what has just happened? The Panther has been unleashed on this Catholic Rocket defense. Kyle Rudolph always coming up clutch. for the Cabot Panthers as the kick is up and is good. Brett Thurman still has yet to come back out after the opening kickoff.
But he has stayed constantly stretching.
It's always good if he's on his feet. That means he's healthy and he's not out. And it's not a major injury that could keep him out all season long, as there's 2:26 left in the third quarter of play. Your Cabot Panthers are now in the lead, 20-14, only on top by 6. However, this Cabot Panther defense needs to make a big stop here, get the ball back to the offense, and get more points on the board. As we're waiting Cabot's kickoff unit to get on the field here. What a drive that was, Evan. That's always something we have always talked about. Don't let the Kyle Rudolph get in open space, because he will make you pay every time, and it's what he does. It's what he's good at. Big time receivers make big time plays. Kick is on its way to Catholic. Just a small little boot received at about the 30. Catholic has it, and that is just brought down at about the 35-yard line. Catholic's offense, let's take a look at Catholic's offense here. Here in the second half, they have yet to have big plays like they did in the first half with Jordan Eddington's ground game, where he keeps the ball for himself. You've had Nathan Johnson get a couple of good passes for him, and you've had Brian Alsbrook get a couple of good runs, but it hasn't been anything big like the first half.
Hopefully they can get a big stop right here. He is laid a hit by Kyle McIntyre. But we normally see second half defense picks up.
Always happens.
Against El Dorado, wasn't it 3 interceptions?
It was 3 interceptions. And if my memory serves me correct, you were doing play-by-play with me that game. And we always said, if he goes to that defender one more time after they done went twice, then it was going to be an interception. And sure enough, they went to Houston Wiley twice. Third time was an interception. They went to Kyle McIntyre twice. Third time was an interception. As that previous play was just the first sign of life by Jason Stiff of this Rocket offense. Just awaiting that big time stop by the defense that Cabot always has here in the second half. Snap is up, and it's just a handoff, and he's wrapped up by the defensive line. So it'll be a third down for the Catholic Rockets. 1:35 left in the third quarter of play.
Hopefully we can see one of these interceptions right here.
If you're a betting man, and I don't know if you are or not, but if you're a betting man, who is your money on this Cabot Panther defense to get the interception that we most certainly need? Rolls out looking for the pass. He throws it. Oh, no, he doesn't. He keeps it. He will throw it this time, and that is caught. That will be a touchdown. Caught by number 9, Nathan Johnson.
Looked at him again, and this time he didn't overthrow him.
It's the first time in about 30 attempts that Jordan Eddington did not overthrow his receiver. But you got to give it to Catholic. That was the good pitch and catch, as we've seen Tyler G and Kyle Rudolph do so much this season. But Catholic cheering that they got a score, no doubt on my mind. The Cabot's about to turn around and do it right back to them. So, with 1:12 left in the third quarter play, your score is the Catholic Rockets 21, the York Cabot Panthers 20. It seems like the Catholic Rockets' offense can never get but 1 point ahead. They haven't really pulled out, got a big lead. They've always just been 1 point ahead, which in hindsight's 2020, but you're only up by 1, which given the circumstances, could lead to a game-winning field goal for Cabot if the situation calls for it. Kick is away. Just a short, medium kick here. That would be returnable. Jalen Tooney has it. Jalen Tooney looks to the outside, breaks it free, and he'll just be stopped at around the 32-yard line. Excuse me, that was Romeo Reed, number 41.
As they decided to kick it short after Braden Jay had a couple of explosive returns.
Here comes this Panther offense. Last drive, we saw Kyle Rudolph get a big-time touchdown. Are we going to see more of the same? I'll tell you what, this is what the Panther offense needs to do. They need to get back in that I formation. That I formation served key for the win against Pine Bluff. G looks for a pass. He steps up. No, he'll move. What a big-time block. He'll just throw it. That is caught. Oh, what a catch. Oh, big-time blocks. He's still on. Kyler Carmack still on his feet. He'll be dropped at about the 50, but a flag comes out.
Block in the back, most likely.
Something you can't have when you get a big-time catch like that from Kyler Carmack.
As he is showing us, he is not only a good quarterback,
he's a better receiver.
Most certainly.
No rag on his quarterbacking skills, however, but in big-time moments, Kyler Carmack does come up big in the receiving game.
As hopefully we can get another good play right here.
.44 seconds and counting left. Catholic still in the lead, 21-20, 1st and 7 on the 35. G sends the man in motion here. Snaps, hands the ball to Graham Turner. Graham Turner breaks one tackle, almost breaks another. He's down at about the 40. That will be in, that will not be enough for a first down. Time winding down here in the third quarter. Not to panic if you're a Panther fan watching the stream or in War Memorial. We've been behind plenty of times, late, and Tyler G has always had that fire light inside of him to get a big-time play. G drops back, looks for the pass, throws it to Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph catches it, and they'll just be out of bounds at around the 47-yard line. That is the end of the third quarter. Your score, 21-20 Catholic. As the fourth quarter gets underway here, Cabot will have the ball. It'll be a first down for the Cabot Panthers. What do we need to do here in the fourth quarter to really get the lead, get the momentum back in the fourth quarter, and walk out of War Memorial with the win here tonight to improve to 4-0?
We just got to move the ball more efficiently. And I think our defense eliminate big time passes and the runs, keep the runs short.
Tyler G, shotgun formation, he looks, he throws it, that is caught by Kyler Carmack. Once again, Kyler Carmack is brought down at around the 45-yard line.
Kyler Carmack on the reception. Jacob Priest made a stop. 2nd and 2 for Cabot.
He's 2nd and 2. on the 44 for Cabot. 11:37 left in the final quarter of the game. The Cabot offense looks to be driving down the field here. Tyler G snaps it, hands the ball off to Graham Turner. Graham Turner finds nothing. Powell just being pushed, and the referees will blow it dead at this point.
On the carry. Barnett and Hockersmith made the stop.
As they will say, he didn't pick up anything off of the play.
So now it will be a 3rd and 1 for the Cabot Panthers. Ball on the 43-yard line, 11 minutes left. Still behind by 1. G sends number 5, Brandon J, in motion. Oh, he fumbles it.
There's a fumble on the play.
As it looks like the man he sent in motion knocked it out.
Be a fumble on the play. Cabot looks to have recovered it. So now it will be a 4th and 1 here.
4th and about
The 4th and
5.
for Cabot.
Be 4th and 4 after the lost yardage of the fumble. Evan, if you're in the situation, do you agree with Coach Reed's decision to go for it?
I do. It's the 4th quarter, and you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get.
Tyler G drops back, looks for the pass, throws it. He is caught, and that will be caught by number 5, Brandon J. And that will be a Cabot Panther
Brandon J on the reception.
first down.
Made the stop. Cabot first down.
10 minutes and 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter play. Cabot with a fresh new set of downs. Looks to be driving down the field quite well in this final quarter play. Tyler G drops back, throws it to Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph has it be down at about the 30 after the forward progress. Almost was picked up and slammed.
Uh-oh. Cairo looks hurt.
Rudolph on the reception.
Uh-oh. Kyle was on the sideline with an ankle injury.
Cramp.
Deuce made the stop.
I bet it's these cramps.
Cramps will get the best of a student athlete.
Or any athlete. Stay hydrated.
Especially in this Arkansas heat. 9-10 left in the final quarter of play. 2nd and 5 on the 30. Tyler G single back, drops back, looks for the pass. He throws it, that is caught. And he'll just be out of bounds. Throws it to his tight end there.
Looks like about an inch or two short of the first down.
Deuce
Be
brings
caught
it down.
by number 81. That is Gage Morrow. Gage Morrow had a fumble early on in the game, but it seemed to be his knees were down.
He just shook it off and kept playing. As you got a new wide receiver in there, number 21, Garrett Hill.
Be 3rd and 1 as the Panthers are in this I formation. G got the first down.
Tyler G kept. Hockersmith on the stop.
8:50 left in the final quarter of play. Cabot with a first down from the keeper of Tyler G. Cabot in great scoring position here as they're driving down. Back in that I formation is the Panthers. Tyler G will hand the ball off, and he'll just be wrapped up for a loss at about 5.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Well, that
Where's
was
the
a
flag
late
on
hit.
that one.
That was a late hit. Refs are doing their best to separate the teams. As everybody here at War Memorial looks for the flag after the late hit.
As they threw them on us.
As it will be 2nd and 18 on the 31-yard line after the loss of yards. 7:40 left in the final quarter of play. Tyler G single back once again, sends a man in motion. Will snap the ball, drops back, looks for the pass, steps up and is wrapped up and is sacked.
Third and about 25.
After the late hit of Catholic, Catholic seems to have got momentum from that.
I think we have to score here. I think we ran a little too much time off the clock.
We have to get a first down on this play right here. G drops back, looks for the pass. He steps up. He'll be brought down and is sacked at about the 50-yard line.
Davis and Perry on the stop for the Rockets. It's fourth down.
Punting unit will come out here for the Cabot Panthers. Good high punt here. Won't be fielded, so it'll be down at about the 25. 6:13 left in the fourth quarter. Catholic in the lead, 21-20.
The first and 10 for the Rockets from the Rockets 25-yard line.
Hopefully our defense can come up big.
I know we will. Kyle McIntyre, Jane Rouse is going to get a big-time interception. We're going to get the ball back. G's going to throw it to Kyra Rudolph, and we're going to win the game. I have all the faith in the world. Catholic has the ball now, fakes the handoff. Quarterback will keep it. Be positive gaining yards.
Preston Kehout on the stop. A 2nd and 7 for the Rockets.
It would be 2nd and 7 for the Catholic Rockets on the after the play. .545 left in the fourth quarter.
As our defense, I think, will come up big here. Like you said, get an interception or a 3 and out.
Well, if we want to stop, that's one man we got to stop right there. Number 27, Jack Currents. He's been killing the Panthers all game with his speed around the edge. Be 3rd down for the Rockets, however. 3rd and 1. We get a stop here, we still have a chance. One stop could change everything here.
It's all we need. One. Saves us time. Gives us another possession. One more life to live in this game.
It is a form of I formation, and that will be a quarterback keeper. And he was stopped, but after the late push, it'll be a first down. There's an injured Catholic lineman on the field.
As it looks like he caught some cramps too.
It was more serious than cramps by the way he went down. Oh, 4:47 left in the final quarter of play. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. They're on top, 21-20. Catholic has played a great game against the Cabot Panthers tonight. Cabot has played an amazing game. They always do. Come out, they fire on all cylinders. They do their job well. They just get everything done.
As Catholic has a new set of downs. But that also means Cabot has a new set of downs to stop him. And I think they will stop him, as that is one right there with a gain of 1. It's a good stop right there, only 1 yard.
Well, using my football knowledge that I have, there's 4:20 left on the clock, time running. You have 3 timeouts here. You can get a stop right here. If your defense can get a stop right here, call one of your timeouts. Come back to the sideline, tell your guys, bend and don't break. That's what they need to do. Bend and don't break. Send your guys back out there. Get that final stop. Call your second timeout. On 4th down, they have to punt it because the clock will not be moving. And then use that final timeout when you really need it on offense, and then really get your team in position for something big.
As it looks like that is one more stop with a, looks like he lost about a yard off of the play.
Coach Reed will not be calling one of his timeouts there. There's 3:33 left in the final quarter of play, 3rd and 9 for the Catholic Rockets.
Let's see if they can get another stop.
He will drop back to throw. He steps up, he throws it deep, and that is incomplete. That is incomplete. What a great defensive stop that was by Tyler Parks.
And it stops the clock for the Cabot Panthers, so Coach Reed can keep his timeout.
3:07 left here in tonight's ball game.
Like I just said, Coach Reed doesn't have to use a timeout. That's Catholic. I would have just ran the ball, then made him call a timeout and have to punt it. That's, if Cairo can, I believe Cairo would have tried to return it if he had the chance, get as many yards as he could.
Well, that would be out at about the 32-yard line. So with 3 minutes in, well, exactly 3 minutes left in tonight's ball game, Catholic on top, 21-20. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Cabot still has all 3 of their timeouts here. Been one exciting game here in War Memorial Stadium between the Rockets and the Panthers.
As a field goal puts them up.
Speaking of field goals, you have to hope that star kicker Rhett Thurman is doing well on the sideline, as he was hurt on the opening kickoff for Cabot. G drops back, looks, throws it over the middle, and that is intercepted. That is intercepted by number 19, Lance Hawkerman. G just had his pass tipped by one of the defensive linemen, and that's just a great play on the ball. There's nothing you can do to stop that. That's just a great play on the ball by Catholic.
1st and 10 from the Cabot 40-yard line.
Catholic will surely run the clock out with now as they keep the ball with the quarterback, and he is still up.
If they don't get a touchdown, I do believe they will kick a field goal, which will put them up 4 and make it
a touchdown to win the game if they go up by 4. But with 2:42 left, there's not a whole lot the Catholic Rockets can do on offense to really put the game away. I mean, sure, they can keep running the ball, get the timeouts burnt by Cabot where they can score, but it's just been a great game played by Catholic.
Most certainly has. It's not that Cabot hasn't played bad. They've played good. It's just
penalties.
Costly.
Eddington on the key.
Cabot's done their job, and it's just more perfection. Which team can come closer to 100%?
Well,
The Catholic High School
Like I said, both
Foundation
teams has played
Alumni
a great
Association
game tonight.
would like to invite you and your family to join us for the CHS Homecoming Tailgate Picnic on Friday, October the 11th from 5 to 7 p.m. on the grounds of War Memorial Stadium. The free picnic dinner is being provided by the Bank of England Mortgage.
As Coach Reed is telling them, there's still a shot. Don't give up. I have 2 timeouts left. We just need 2 more stops.
So, based on what Evan is saying, there's still a chance. So, don't adjust your phones, your YouTube channels, your whatever you're watching the stream on. Don't adjust it just yet because Cabot still has a slight chance to win the game tonight. They need 2 big stops. 2:10 left in the game. They need just 2 big stops here. The fake handoff, and he is wrapped up in the backfield.
There's one.
There's one. Need the second one. But that's Coach Reed's next time out right there. That indeed will be Coach Reed's second. That will be Coach Reed's second timeout of the second half. We'll have one remaining. 3rd and 16 once action resumes.
As our band, whether they're at the away games or at home, they always sound good.
Band's provided some quality music, quality entertainment.
They help with the momentum.
They really do. Set the tone. So here we go. 3rd and 16. Put up or shut up for the Cabot Panther defense. 2:04 left. This is the stop they need right here. Ball snap, high snap. Quarterback will keep it, and wow. Up the gut. That will be a touchdown for Catholic. That was a touchdown by Catholic, however, with 1:57 left. They will now go up by, almost blocked there. They go up by 8, but however, there's still time on the clock. We still have a timeout, so don't lose hope yet, Cabot fans. We still have a chance to win this ball game. Well, at least tie the ball game. We go down on this drive, we score, we get a 2-point, we're tied. We stop them, get ball back, kick a field goal, we come out with a win. It's far-fetched, but I believe in the weapons we have of Jake Mowdy, Tyler G., Brandon J., guys like that. I believe in them. Cairo, I believe in them. So
we have to go for 2. There's no option about it.
We still have a chance. I mean, the game's not over till the clock hits 000, so we'll see what happens. And remember, we opened the game with a kickoff return for a touchdown, so we could see it here.
To Romello Reed.
As you see, well, sees a pitch of grass, and he will be dropped down at about the 32-yard line. So this is the situation Cabot is in right now. You're in your own territory with 1:53 left. It's on the 32 to be exact. You're with 1:53 left. You have a timeout. You need to run that 1-minute drill. You need to get the ball to your big-time receivers. You need to get them. You need to get them on the outside. You need to get them out of bounds like that. You just need to get that passing offense working. So here we go. Tyler G drops back, looks, throws it, That will be caught on the outside, and he'll be pushed out of bounds. That is caught by number 5, Brandon Jay. That's one of the things I'm talking about. Get it to your big-time receivers. Get it out of bounds. Move the ball up the field. That stops the clock. That preserves your timeout.
Tristan, you know what that was?
A Cabot Panther first down. Tyler G's catch is caught, and that is caught. What a catch that has been by number 5, Brandon Jay. That will be a Cabot Panther first down. It's always a great sound to hear when Cabot gets the first down. Minute 30 left. That'll just be ran up the gut. That is, he's down. Still have time. You don't necessarily need to force that timeout here, but you do have it in the back pocket just in case.
As we said, it is not over yet.
Minute 9 left. You got to get something going here, boys. You got to get it going now. G drops back, looks, looking, steps up in the pocket, steps up, and he has just rolled. That is down. That is a, they need to hurry up. They need to get back on the ball. G drops back, looks, he throws it deep to the end zone. Connor Cormack with the touchdown. Connor Cormack with the touchdown. What a catch that was, Evan. That is what I was talking about right there. That's the 1 minute drive that Cabot needed. That is the spark of life that Cabot needed with 38 seconds left. But with the Kyler Cormack touchdown comes the 2-point. You got to get the 2-point to send this game into overtime, to get something going, to get a defensive stop.
As there's 38 seconds left, as we saw this last year, it was touchdown for touchdown.
This is a big-time 2-point conversion here. They're waving it off. I think Catholic's going to call a timeout here.
38 seconds left, and you can hear the Cabot fans in an uproar.
I guarantee you everybody back in Cabot, everybody watching tonight's stream is on the edge of their seats. They have their beverage, they have their popcorn, they have their nachos, they have whatever they're eating, whatever they're drinking. They have whatever they need. They're just getting ready for this 2-point conversion, which will win or lose the game for the Cabot Panthers. With 38 seconds left, Catholic does call the timeout.
Tristan,
Evan,
big time play right here. Do you think Coach Reed will run the ball or will he pass it?
I'm going to give you an ultimatum. I'm saying play action here. I'm saying I-form play action. It won't be I-form, but it could still be play action as Cabot's getting ready for this 2-point conversion, which will win or tie the game, tie or lose the game. G drops back, looks, he scrambles.
As he has Cairo open.
Oh, he just throws an interception. He had Cairo open. That will seal the game.
As there is a flag,
there's a flag on the play.
Will they get another shot?
Black open, intercepted the ball.
Referees are discussing this one. You got to hope Cabot will get another shot here. It won't be another try for the Cabot Panthers. It'll just be impact on the kickoff. So with that, Cabot seems to have their first loss of the season. And you know, he had Cairo open. He just couldn't get the pass off with the rush from the Catholic defense.
as there's still 38 seconds left in the game. Coach Reed, 1 timeout left.
Not a whole lot you could do with 38 seconds left unless
we get the ball from the onside kick.
Get the ball from the onside kick, and still it's about a 50-yard, 60-yard field goal.
As Rhett Thurman is still not in here, so he will leave it to sophomore Jose Hernandez to make a big-time kick right here.
Well, here it is. This be a small little onside. That is recovered. That will just fall on it. And that is going to be the game. Oh, no, the referees are telling him to stay on the sideline. They're going to run another play to really get the clock done. So they're probably just going to come out and knee it here. Well, Tonneson, who is your offensive MVP for tonight?
Good. Offense is good tonight. Cairo had 2 touchdowns. But my offensive player is Braden J. He returns 1, start of the game. Then he has more explosive returns. And then at the end, when we need something to get us going, that was who Tyler G went to. So I'm going to have to say Braden J has my offensive player of the game.
Well, that was the final timeout by Coach Reed. And for defense, who should I give it to? Should I give it to Jaden Riles? Should I give it to Tyler Parks? Should I give it to one of the linemen? I'm just going to go out on a limb and just give it to everybody. Everybody did their job right. But if I had to go with one person specific, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to give it to number 2, Tyler Parks.
Tyler Parks.
You know, he had the big-time defensive play around the 20 when Cabot needed it. But there's nothing to be sad about, Cabot fans. Both teams played a very amazing game here tonight. Cabot still having an amazing season. Catholic will improve to 3-2. Cabot will have that 1 loss in the loss column. And don't forget, next week is Cabot's homecoming. We will be taking on Southside. We encourage everybody to come out, watch the stream, and support your Cabot Panthers 2019 homecoming. I want to thank Mr. Massey, Caleb Hart, Tristan Bates for running the stream, running camera, and being an amazing producer and teacher that allows us to do this. So your final score will be 28-26. Catholic will win it. Reporting for CHTV Sports, I'm Tristan Harlan.
And I'm Evan Tonneson.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching the stream.